Morning guys, today we are exploring Nauyaca or Nauyaca Falls, Waterfalls. We thought it was pronounced Nauyaca, that's how it would be pronounced in English, but then our host corrected us and said it's Nauyaca in Spanish. So yeah, we're going to the waterfalls today. We are on the path to Nauyaca or Nauyaca Waterfalls. It's 6 kilometers down. It's pretty steep, but not too bad. I think for now it's totally fine. We are going down to the waterfall at the minute. It's going to be a 6 kilometer distance, so it might take us about an hour and a half. If you have a 4x4 car, you can actually park closer to the waterfalls. Sadly, you cannot park close to the waterfalls. So either way, if you want to get to these waterfalls, you will need to hike. But if you have 4x4 car, you can hike for 4 kilometers instead of 6. So 8 in total to go there and go back. We have to do 12. Another option, you could possibly hope for someone to give you a lift, but at the minute today there are not many people here. I mean, there were quite a few people parked at the car park. We can't see anyone driving past. The entrance was 6,000 colons or $10. So we got this band. I don't know if anyone actually checks it, but we have it just in case. I'll let you know once we get to the waterfalls how the hike was, whether it was tiring or not. I'm so excited, I can't wait. These waterfalls are meant to be one of the most beautiful in Costa Rica. So yeah, let's check them out and see. Nauyaca Waterfalls for a while now. The way to get here is not too difficult, but my advice to you guys is not to bring unnecessary things. Don't bring anything heavy that may take up your luggage and make the hike more difficult, because it is 6 kilometers going up and down and round and round. And it's not difficult, like you can easily do it, but just don't bring unnecessary luggage with you, because you're gonna end up being tired and sweaty because it's extremely hot here. There are 2 waterfalls technically here. Once you get to the main entrance, you have to show them your pass. This pass, like I said, is 6,000 colons or $10. So you have to show them the pass in order to enter the waterfalls. And you have 2 waterfalls One of them is the bigger one, it's 45 meters. You can't really swim there. You can climb the rocks under the waterfall, which is pretty picturesque and beautiful. And you can also go at the edge of both waterfalls. So you can stand sort of under one waterfall, at the edge of the second waterfall. When you go down to the second waterfall, you can actually swim there. But the water is very cold, be warned. So if that doesn't bother you, then you can definitely go for a proper swim. I think it's about 4 meters deep here. It's deep at this waterfall, so you can definitely have a proper swim. They don't advise you to go in the waterfall unless you can swim. So that's one thing to note. If you can't swim, you don't swim in the waterfall because it's going to be deep. You won't be able to just walk to the other side of the waterfall. And you can also climb up this waterfall, the second one, a little, and then jump off it. But not many people choose to do that because it can be quite scary. I mean, we just had one guy trying to do that with a group of other guys, and he kind of failed really badly. And by meaning failed, he got stuck there. He got paralyzed. All his other friends jumped off this waterfall, but he couldn't do it, and he was just stuck there for such a long time with so many people watching him and trying to cheer him to do it. And he couldn't do it. He had many attempts, but there was no way back from the waterfalls. Me and Matt, on the other hand, we decided to swim right here in the shallow bit, since it is cold. Initially I fancied the proper swim, but then with how cold this waterfall is, it's just not worth it. Today we have a little bit of sun, but it's mostly been very cloudy. Either way, this is an amazing place, and I would say a must do. My best place I've been to in Costa Rica so far. I know I've said the same about Manu Antonio yesterday, but surely these two places are, in my opinion, a must, especially if you are in this area of Costa Rica. If you are near Manu Antonio, then Nauyaca Waterfalls is a must, I would say. I mean, judge it for yourself, but I think it's beautiful. You can easily stay the whole day here, just chilling and climbing up the stones and the rocks of the waterfall, and then just going for a little swim. And you can choose either to swim properly under the second waterfall or just in the shallow parts, which are slightly warmer right here. I think now we're gonna get going because this waterfall closes at 4, and it's around 3 now, so we're gonna hike back to our car. It's going to take us a while, and then maybe we'll do a few final things in Cataratas. That trail coming back from the Nauyaca Waterfalls to the main car park by the entrance, by the ticket entrance, is actually a lot harder going back up. And I'm no wonder why not many people do this trail. Most people either pay for a drop-off, for like a taxi sort of service, or drive there but with 4x4 car. Not many people walk. We actually haven't seen a single person do the walk that we did, and no wonder why it was challenging. If you have any health conditions, you guys, any health problems, health conditions, such as like heart problems, breathing problems, you know, you have difficulty walking and you are not physically fit, I would not recommend to do that walk by yourself. I would recommend getting a taxi, or if you have a 4x4 car. Then the part from the second car park to the waterfalls, even though it's longer because it's 4 kilometers, the first part is only 2 kilometers, it's much easier to do. It's nowhere near as steep, it's not as challenging, so it'll be easier for you guys to do it, much easier. But the first part, those 2 kilometers were intense, and coming back up, it was all going up the hill. I would recommend packing as little as you can if you are coming to the Nauyaca Waterfalls, because we took way too many things. Matt took my stuff, he carried them, and that meant I was okay. Like, I didn't have major problems, although I am totally soaking wet. Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I'm totally soaked right now because it felt like a very intense workout. But how are you feeling?
I'm exhausted.
How was the walk?
The walk was nice, but I'm totally wet and exhausted and tired.
Would you do it again?
With all of your stuff? No.
Yeah, we had way too much stuff. Way too much. Without things it would be okay for us because we are both quite fit, like we love exercise and we love long walks, etc. so it wouldn't be a problem, but we took just way too many things. I feel like everyone that we saw at the waterfalls had like a quarter of what we took with us, so yeah, don't overpack, you guys. Now we are going to go to the petrol station, and then maybe we'll go back to Quepus, go to the beach. I would love to go in the sea right now because I feel so wet and sweaty, but we'll see.